looking, kissing when I really get to clicking, but I'm looking for a sister to revive them when I kiss them. If you want some love, just let me know.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Kiwis Weekly Did You Knows. So today the topic is on London, and some of you might find this interesting because you might not have been to London. So here are a few facts, guys. Hope you enjoy. If you do, always remember to hit that thumbs up, comment down below, hit the big red support button and hit the notification bell, guys, so you don't miss when we go live and when we upload. So let's crack on. So number one is did you know over 300 languages are spoken in London? And I'm not going to tell you what ones because I can't pronounce them. But yeah. So number two is, did you know Big Ben is not actually called Big Ben? Its original name is the Clock Tower and Big Ben is the bell. But as you know, we all call it Big Ben. Three is, did you know it's not illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament? Despite popular belief, it isn't illegal to die in the House of Parliament, although it is illegal to enter the Houses of Parliament wearing a suit of armour, according to the gov.uk. Number four is, did you know police never caught Jack the Ripper? Now this is probably the only subject I enjoyed in history in school was on Jack the Ripper. So it says, the identity of Jack the Ripper, London's most notorious serial killer, has never been discovered. Authorities at the time and mystery solvers since the killings have suspected a number of different people, including Prince Albert, Lewis Carroll and Queen Victoria's doctor, Sir William Gull. Right, number five is, did you know the Great Plague killed a third of Europe's population? The Great Plague killed roughly 25 million people, which was around a third of the entire population of Europe in the 15th century. This particularly affected London because of the narrow streets and lack of sanitation. During this time, men known as searchers shouted out, "Bring out your dead," all through the summer of 1665. They carted away dead bodies and threw them in mass burial pits, some of which Londoners are still discovering to this day. So number six is, did you know the Tower of London houses 6 ravens? So Charles, I don't know them, ordered for 6 ravens to be placed in the Tower of London to protect it. Apparently 6 ravens are still kept in the tower today, and they must remain there at all times due to superstitious reasons. For extra measures, each raven has a wing clipped, and they even have a spare raven handy in case one flies away. I never knew that. Okay, the next one is number 7. So, did you know the London Underground could have been water-based? We couldn't create a list of facts about London without including the tube. I'm reading this off a website, guys. When the London Underground was first proposed, engineers suggested filling the tunnels with water and using barges to float people from station to station, or getting an army of horses to pull the carriages around in the dark. Evidently, they decided to opt for trains. Number 8. Did you know there were only 6 deaths in the Great Fire of London? The Great Fire in 1666 devastated London. While the fire reduced large parts of the city to ruins, the verified death tolls was only 6 people. However, the real number is unknown, as many more died from indirect causes. Monument, the 203-foot stone obelisk located 203 foot away from where the fire broke out commemorates those who died. Right, number 9 is, did you know black cab drivers are tested? I do know this one, guys. It was said on a program years back. So in order for a person to become a black cab driver, they must complete a rigorous test called the Knowledge, which involves memorising every single street in the capital. I couldn't do that job, guys. Cab drivers can spend years trying to learn it all. Some even walk around every part of the city as a way of logging all the side streets and back alleys in their brains. Number 10 is, did you know London has the smallest statue? In a city filled with grand monuments and huge statues, it's nice to know London has an official smallest statue located on Philpott Lane. So if you guys want to see it, the statue of 2 tiny mice eating cheese is dedicated to 2 builders who fell during construction of the monument after an argument over a missing sandwich. They had blamed it on each other, but was actually the fault of a mice infestation. Right, okay. Number 11 is, did you know St Paul's Cathedral could have looked very different? One of Christopher Wren's original ideas for St Paul's Cathedral, I can never say that properly, proposed a 60-foot ton pineapple in place of the now iconic dome. It's a shame it didn't happen. London's skyline could have done with a tropical feel. A giant pineapple. Right, number 12 is, did you know the Queen lives in Buckingham Palace? Although she has many other royal residencies, the Queen still sometimes resides in Buckingham Palace. When she's home, you can see her royal flag flying from the flagpole. This flag, which is called the Royal Standard, must only be flown from buildings where the Queen is present. So if you see the flag, if you're in London, guys, you know she's there. Number 13 is, did you know Cleopatra's Needle is a time capsule? Jetson, no. Jetson. No. Right, okay, so Cleopatra's Needle, the Egyptian artifact located on the Victoria Embankment, was erected in 1838. During this time, many things were placed underneath, including a map of London, a copy of the Bible, some daily newspapers, a rupee, and 12 photographs of the best-looking English women of the time. Zach?
Yeah?
Can you come get your Roblox?
Yeah?
Jensen's got it.
Oh.
He's just got it in his hand. I don't want him losing it. Right, okay, number 14 is, did you know feeding pigeons in Trafalgar Square is now banned? So Trafalgar Square was once reowned for housing thousands of feral pigeons, which tourists often fed and posed with in 2003. London Mayor Ken Livingstone banned feeding them or selling feed near the square. They even went as far as using a hawk to keep them at bay, which evidently turned out to be successful. Ice cream. Anyway, guys, let's carry on. So the next one is 15. Did you know London was home to many famous faces? Another for our facts about London has to be the numerous famous people that lived in London, such as Karl Marx, Charles Darwin, Sylvia Plath, Charles Dickens, Jimi Hendrix, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Florence Nightingale, and hundreds of others. Blue plaques now hang where these people lived. hiccups. Right. Right, number 16. Did you know the Millennium Dome is the biggest structure of its kind in the world? The Millennium Dome is so big that it can fit the Great Pyramids of Giza comfortably under the roof. The structure is 365 meters in diameter and 52 meters high in the middle, with 12 supporting poles symbolizing days, weeks and months of the year. Last time I went to the Millennium Dome, guys, was so long ago, and it had where like you could learn about the body, you could walk through it, and it, you know, now it's not that anymore, but yeah, so it's a long time ago since I've been there. Right, number 17, did you know Waterloo Tube Station is the busiest for public transport? 1.265 million people use the London Underground every year. That's slightly more than the population of India. No wonder it's so hard to get a seat. I don't do trains, guys. Public transport is a no-no for me. Don't like it. According to TfL, the most popular station in Waterloo, which sees 100.3 million passengers every year. Right, number 18 is, did you know London has over 170 museums? As well as the 300 languages spoken in London, the amount of museums in the capital adds to the culture of this city. London boasts over 170 museums, from the massive British Museum, London's most popular tourist attraction, to the tiny fan museum in Greenwich. Okay guys, so the next one is 19. Did you know, I can never say this one, Aldgate Station has 1,000 bodies buried underneath it. Possibly the most disturbing in our facts about London is that 1,000 bodies apparently lie under Aldgate Station. I hope I'm saying it right, I'm never too good with these. Near Urban Tower Bridge property. Searchers most likely buried them there in mass after the Great Plague. So yeah, it is known that our undergrounds are all like haunted, and bodies and just things that people, you know, you even got places that are underground that people have never seen. It's quite spooky. So last one, guys, is number 20. So did you know the London Eye was not the first big wheel in London? As our final shocker in the list of interesting facts about London, the London Eye was not the first big wheel in London. In fact, the Great Wheel earns this title. This wheel was constructed in 1895 for the Empire of India exhibition. It was then sadly demolished in 1907, 91 years before construction started on the London Eye. So guys, they are the London did you know facts for this week. We hope you have enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what the video will be yet, as we will be away. But yeah, just bear with us, guys. Over the next 3 weeks I will try and get videos up as much as I can, but if we are quiet, don't worry. But we will do our best to try and put up as much as we can. We love you guys, and we'll see you very soon. Mwah.